Welcome to our journey through South Africa's most breathtaking tourist destinations. Now I know what you're thinking. Another travel vlog. Haven't I seen enough drone shots of beaches to last a lifetime? But trust me on this one, folks. South Africa is different. It's not just a pretty face. Although, let's be honest, the landscapes are absolutely stunning. This country has soul. It has history. It has a vibrancy that will grab you by the collar and say, "Hey you, pay attention, there's magic happening here." We're talking dramatic mountains, wildlife you won't believe outside of a David Attenborough special, and a culture so rich and diverse it'll make your head spin. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on an adventure that'll leave you reaching for your passport and yelling, "How's it?" at strangers. Get ready to explore the wonders of nature, wildlife and culture in this amazing country. Alright, first up on our South African adventure is an iconic landmark, the kind of place you see in pictures and think, okay, that's definitely photoshopped. But I promise you, Table Mountain is 100% real and 100% spectacular. Towering over Cape Town, this flat-topped mountain is like Mother Nature decided to build her own dining table. Except, with incredible panoramic views instead of plates and cutlery. Now you can hike to the top if you're feeling ambitious, but for those of us who prefer our exercise with a side of cocktails, there's a cable car. And trust me, the views from that cable car are worth every rand. You'll see the city sprawling out below you, the sparkling oceans stretching towards the horizon, and if you're lucky, maybe even a few brave paragliders launching themselves off the mountain. Speaking of paragliding, Table Mountain is an adrenaline junkie's paradise. Hiking, abseiling, even tandem paragliding if you're feeling particularly adventurous. But even if your idea of extreme sports is changing the channel without a remote, there's something for everyone at Table Mountain. Take a leisurely stroll along the trails, soak up the sun, and enjoy a picnic with a view that'll make your Instagram followers weep with envy. And don't forget to keep an eye out for the local residents, the dassies. These adorable little creatures are like a cross between a guinea pig and a rock hyrax. And they're surprisingly chill considering they share their home with millions of tourists. Table Mountain is more than just a mountain. It's a symbol of Cape Town, a meeting place for locals and tourists alike, and a reminder that sometimes the most breathtaking views are best enjoyed with a side of awe and a dash of how did they even build a cable car up here? Next stop on our South African safari, Kruger National Park, the heavyweight champion of wildlife reserves. We're talking almost 2 million hectares of untamed bushveld, home to an astonishing array of creatures, including the legendary Big Five. Yes, folks, we're talking lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, and buffalo, the A-listers of the animal kingdom, all ready for their close-up. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trevor, isn't it dangerous being in a car with a bunch of wild animals? And to that I say, yes, but that's half the fun. Just kidding, mostly. Kruger is incredibly well maintained, with experienced guides who know the park like the back of their hands. They'll keep you safe while also making sure you get the best possible wildlife sightings. Imagine this, the sun rising over the savannah, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink as you set off on your morning game drive. You're sipping your coffee, listening to the sounds of the bush waking up when suddenly your guide stops the vehicle and whispers, "Look!" And there, just a few meters away, a pride of lions lounges in the shade, their cubs playfully swatting at each other's tails. It's moments like these that make Kruger so special. It's not just about ticking off animals on a checklist. It's about experiencing the raw beauty and power of nature up close and personal. You'll encounter herds of elephants lumbering across the plains, giraffes gracefully nibbling leaves from the tallest trees, and maybe even a leopard dragging its kill up a tree if you're lucky, or unlucky depending on your perspective. But Kruger isn't just about the Big Five. Keep your eyes peeled for wild dogs, cheetahs, zebras, hippos, crocodiles, and an incredible variety of birds. Trust me, you'll be reaching for your camera every 5 seconds. So pack your binoculars, your sense of adventure, and maybe an extra memory card or two, because Kruger National Park is an experience you won't soon forget. Our journey through South Africa takes a poignant turn as we set sail for Robben Island, a place forever etched in the annals of history. Now, Robben Island wasn't always a tourist destination. In fact, for centuries it served as a prison, a place of isolation and hardship. But it was here on this seemingly desolate island that a spirit of defiance and hope took root. This is where Nelson Mandela, along with countless other political prisoners, endured years of imprisonment, their spirits unbroken by the harsh realities of apartheid. A visit to Robben Island is an emotional experience, a stark reminder of the injustices of the past and the indomitable spirit of those who fought for freedom. You'll have the opportunity to tour the prison, seeing firsthand the cramped cells, the courtyard where prisoners toiled under the watchful eyes of guards, and the limestone quarry where Mandela and his comrades were forced to work, damaging their eyesight with the glare. But perhaps the most powerful moment is hearing the stories of former prisoners, many of whom now serve as tour guides, sharing their experiences with a mix of pain and pride. They'll tell you about the resilience of the human spirit, the power of hope in the face of adversity, and the unwavering belief in a better future. As you walk through the prison gates and feel the weight of history upon you, remember that this is not just a place of sorrow, but also a testament to the triumph of the human spirit. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can flourish, and freedom, once won, should never be taken for granted. A visit to Robben Island is an experience that will stay with you long after you leave its shores. A reminder that the fight for justice and equality is an ongoing one, and that we all have a role to play in building a more just and equitable world. Prepare to have your breath snatched away as we journey to Blyde River Canyon, one of the largest canyons on Earth and a testament to Mother Nature's artistic prowess. Forget your delicately carved marble statues, folks. This is nature's sculpture garden on an epic scale. Imagine towering cliffs that plunge into a lush green abyss carved by the relentless flow of the Blyde River over millions of years. Waterfalls cascade down the rock faces like shimmering ribbons, while the three massive, rounded rock formations stand guard like ancient giants. The best way to experience the canyon's grandeur is from the panoramic viewpoints dotted along the winding road that snakes its way along the edge. And trust me, you'll want to stop at every single one. Each viewpoint offers a unique perspective on this natural wonder, from the sweeping vistas of the canyon's vastness to the close-up views of the lush rainforest that thrives at its base. But Blyde River Canyon is more than just a pretty face. Adventure seekers can hike through the lush forests, rappel down waterfalls, or even brave whitewater rafting on the Blyde River. And for those who prefer their adventures a little more laid back, there are boat trips on the Blyde Dam, offering a different perspective on the canyon's towering cliffs. Keep an eye out for the resident wildlife too. Baboons, monkeys, and a variety of bird life call this natural wonder home. Blyde River Canyon is a place where you can truly connect with nature, where the air is fresh, the views are breathtaking, and the only sounds you'll hear are the calls of birds and the gentle rush of the wind. So take a deep breath, soak up the beauty, and let the majesty of Blyde River Canyon wash over you. All right, folks, after all that adventuring, it's time to unwind and indulge in one of South Africa's most celebrated exports, wine. And there's no better place to do that than in the heart of the Cape Winelands, along the Stellenbosch wine routes. Picture rolling vineyards bathed in golden sunlight, historic wine estates with charming Cape Dutch architecture, and endless rows of grapevines stretching as far as the eye can see. Stellenbosch is a feast for the senses, where the air is filled with the sweet aroma of ripening grapes and the clinking of glasses as you sample some of the finest wines in the world. Now, I'm not talking about your $2 chuck here, people. We're talking award-winning wines, crafted with passion and expertise, from crisp Sauvignon Blancs to full-bodied Cabernet Sauvignons. But Stellenbosch isn't just about the wine, although let's be honest, that's a pretty big part of it. The region is also home to some of the country's best restaurants, serving up gourmet meals that pair perfectly with the local vintages. Think fresh seafood platters, juicy steaks, and decadent desserts, all made with locally sourced ingredients. And let's not forget the scenery. Many of the wine estates are set against a backdrop of stunning mountain views, making every sip feel like a celebration of life. You can spend your days exploring the different wine routes, hopping from one estate to the next, indulging in wine tastings, cellar tours, and maybe even a picnic lunch amongst the vines. Some estates even offer horse riding, hiking trails, and art galleries, so you can truly immerse yourself in the Stellenbosch experience. So grab a glass, raise a toast to good times, and savor the flavors of Stellenbosch, because life's too short to drink bad wine. Thanks for joining us on this incredible adventure through South Africa. We've scaled mountains, encountered wildlife, explored history, and toasted to good times. But this is just a taste of what this amazing country has to offer. From the bustling streets of Johannesburg to the pristine beaches of Durban, South Africa is a land of endless possibilities. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your own South African adventure today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration.